Coming off complimentary winners on Creighton over Butler on Tuesday, and last night St. Bonaventure just getting there against Fordham. Two free plays for this Thursday card, the late game in Tucson between Arizona and Oregon State, and an earlier game between Middle Tennessee State and Louisiana Tech in Conference USA. They're coming up in just a moment. The big featured plays today, among them Matt Rivers, the third blank check waive the rating release of this college basketball season, a play that matches the biggest of his career. It goes in the Colonial Conference at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. Elon, quick, give me the nickname of Elon, taking on NC Wilmington. If you're on Jeopardy, let me just let you know the nickname happens to be the Phoenix. He is 7-3-1 with NFL blank checkers this year, and this play is just as strong. You get it for over half price off, saving $60 by using coupon code BLANK, B-L-A-N-K. And Trace Adams, who I believe going back to last season is 126, or he's going for college basketball winner number 26 out of 37. Double your wager, 2,000 star play. Last night it was on Georgia Tech. You got it for over half price off. Tonight, same thing. His blowout of the month, over half price off by using coupon code DOUBLE. Let's get to your complimentary plays. The first one, the 9 o'clock game in Tucson at the McHale Center. It's Arizona coming off an 80-77 overtime loss at Colorado. They had won 9 straight games before then. A miserable performance by the Wildcats in that game as they only shot 38.4%, 7 for 25 on three-pointers. But listen, not totally unexpected because Colorado is a tough place to play for Pac-12 visitors. It's not that the Buffs are that good, but remember, the elevation is something that visitors just can't get acclimated to on short notice. When you arrive and you're playing suddenly at over 5,400 feet above sea level. And defensively, Arizona just didn't show up. They allowed Buffalo, the Wildcats did, to shoot almost 55% from the field for the game, 64.3% in the first half. Now, remember, Colorado, just a couple of nights earlier on Thursday, also knocked off Arizona State, the same Arizona State team that earlier a week prior, Arizona had handed the Sun Devils their first loss of the season, the last time Arizona had played at home in Tucson. Now, Oregon State is off to a 2-1 start in conference play, played the first 3 games at home, beat Oregon, beat Colorado, lost to Utah. They've won, I think, 9 of their last 11 games, and the 2 losses against Kent State, who I don't know how they lost against State, and Utah came by a total of 3 points. Oregon State leads the Pac-12 in scoring defense, giving up just 62.3 points a game, and field goal percentage defense at 38.6%. After the Colorado loss, Sean Miller, and I used to love this. When I was a reporter, you'd go in the locker rooms afterwards, and you'd love this type of stuff because coaches, when they would give you quotes like this, you knew it was great copy, but you also knew it was coach speech because the coaches weren't speaking to you necessarily. They weren't speaking to the public consuming the articles. No, they were speaking to their players through you. And the quote after the Colorado game that I want to give you, that Sean Miller, after questioning the effort of his team, said, quote, "I have a hard time reaching our guys." Now, he just got done questioning their effort, questioning their defensive intensity, and then he throws that out because he knows that he's got to get to his guys after that lousy defensive performance, after that horrid offensive performance, knowing that they're coming back home and taking on an Oregon State team that, although they have dominated in this series straight up, Oregon State is one of those teams that just gives Arizona fits. Because what happens is Oregon State comes out, I just gave you the defensive numbers, and they always inevitably play a tough zone defense against Arizona. And what did Arizona just have problems with? Shooting from the outside against Colorado. Why? Because Colorado played a lot of zone against them. So Sean Miller was sending a message through the press to his team. And I'm sure his team heard him. And I'm sure his team heard him all through practices getting ready for this game tonight. And that's why I'm more than willing to lay the 14.5 to 15 points with Arizona. Because listen, no matter how you slice it, although Arizona has been rather inconsistent this season, talent-wise, Arizona is much, much better. Although I got to say, Oregon State has played some pretty damn good ball here this year. But road opener in terms of conference play for Oregon State, Arizona coming off the loss, I think the metrics are there to go ahead and lay the points with Arizona in this particular contest. So again, I'm going to take Arizona minus the 15 points. Your other complimentary play, I'm going to go with Middle Tennessee State, a team that I've talked about many times here on the Video Report, a team that I've ridden many times and made money on here this year. A Middle Tennessee State team that is returning home to play for the first time in 33 days. They have had a 7-game road trip that has taken them all over the damn place. They've gone out to Hawaii and played a couple of games in the Diamond Head Classic. They've gone 4-3 in that stretch, and their only 3 losses came against 3 teams that have all at one time this season been ranked in the top 25. Auburn, USC, and Miami of Florida, and they lost those games all by 6 points or less. Now, they opened Conference USA play with 3 straight wins. Now they're coming at home, making their home opener in conference play. They beat Florida Atlantic, Florida International, and UAB. Think about that. FAU, FIU, and UAB. Phew. Now they come home and they play LA Tech. Hey, at least they didn't have another 3-letter acronym there. But this Louisiana Tech team, not a very good team on the road, 0-4 in true road games. Raiders, 43-16-2 against the spread in their last 61 games at home versus teams with losing road records. There's an esoteric stat for you. This is a damn good Middle Tennessee State team, a team that has an RPI of 34 versus a Louisiana Tech team that has an RPI of 158. Why? Because Middle Tennessee State has played a grueling non-conference schedule. At KenPom.com, Middle Tennessee State's rating is 64. At KenPom.com, Louisiana Tech's rating is 239. Again, this is only their 4th true home game of the season. I just like Middle Tennessee State in this spot, and I'm willing to go ahead and lay, let me just check, 8.5 points. Yeah, no problem. It was 8 earlier, 8.5 now. I still have no problem in this particular spot. Also, listen, Louisiana Tech suffered a major loss in the middle of December when Jalen Harris, their second leading scorer, there's one of their starting guards averaging 15.3 points a game, decided suddenly to transfer. You just don't lose one of your starting 5, a guy averaging 15-some points a game, and suddenly expect to be that good. So again, I'm going to go ahead and lay the points with them in this game. Of the 2 picks, I probably like Arizona a little more, but they're both very good selections. So that'll do it. I wish you well, and talk to you again on Friday when we do this one more time.